Hi friends, this is Sujata Sriram from Vishakhapatnam. Today we came forward with a very innovative topic. It looks like old topic, but it is very apt for the present scenario. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. The famous sayings of Buddhas are, there are three sayings. Buddham Saranam Gacchami, which means I take refuge in the Buddha. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, I take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings of Buddha. And the third one, Sangham Saranam Gacchami, I take refuge in the Sangha. Sangham Saranam Gacchami, which signifies taking refuge in the Sangha, the community of monks of the border community of Buddhist practitioners. The Sangha represents the spiritual community that supports and guides individuals on their journey towards enlightenment. By taking refuge in the Sangha, Buddhists acknowledge the importance of spiritual companionship and the collective pursuit of wisdom and compassion. Satsangham. Usually we call Satsang. It's a Sanskrit term, classical language of India, and it is often used in various spiritual and philosophical traditions, including Hinduism. The term can be broken down into two components, Sat, Sangam. Sat, this word derived from Sanskrit root Sat, which means truth or existence. In the context of spiritual philosophy, Sat is often associated with the ultimate reality, the eternal, and the unchanging essence of the universe. Sangham or Sangha. This term generally refers to a community or assembly. In a spiritual context, it often denotes a gathering of individuals who come together for shared spiritual or philosophical pursuits. Therefore, Satsang can be translated as the association with the truth or gathering in the pursuit of truth. In the context of Hinduism and certain spiritual traditions, it refers to a gathering of individuals seeking spiritual knowledge, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of the truth or the ultimate reality, which is nothing but Sat. So we can define Satsang in Telugu as given in the slide. Keeping friendship with good thoughts, good people, and good works. Yuga Dharma. Satsang means being in the company of environs of good people, or ambience or society, and good thoughts. But it is observed that the behavior of the people and their thoughts changes with time. The Hindu belief of time periods, there are 4 yugas, where the dharma, human nature, etc. will vary with the time. The first one is Satya Yuga. Through years of meditation. Treta Yuga, through extensive yajnas. Dwapara Yuga, through opulent and scrupulous deity worship. Kali Yuga, the present yuga of time cycle, through chanting the holy names. So Kali Yuga, usually people say the dark age. Kali Yuga is the last and the worst age of Chatur Yuga, the 4 yugas, and a time of wickedness and oppression, moral degradation, unrighteousness, sinful activities, immortality, widespread wrongness, corruption at all levels, ungodly and unholy conduct, irreligiousness, and so on. It is mentioned that not only the human lifespan and the body structure, but the moral and spiritual values decline in Kali Yuga. So it is essential that every human being should strive together to upkeep the societal values. This is very essential to achieve the Satsangham. See, here if you see time and life cycles, whatever religion you take, whatever practice you take, there are some norms. It is widely believed that the time and life will be cyclic as shown in the slide. Life will have childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. So the situations are bound to change continuously with their own cyclic periods. But once the time slot and instance passed, we may not come back to that situation so early. So have presence of mind and thought to be in present. Change of values with time. Need of the hour. We can see how the dharma changed with yugas. See, Satya is always the same, but dharma changes with yuga. Belief is the basis to the values and attitudes. With attitudes, skills, and knowledge, the competence to perform will depend. So we know that the world is running with competition and comparison, but even in the race, we should have clear and good attitude. Values are 4 types: spiritual, social, moral, and cultural. Spiritual, social, and cultural values depend on our beliefs, but the moral values comes in the context of satsang, which needs to taught from the childhood and it keeps growing with the age. That's why schools are conducting moral and ethics sessions for their students. In this process, even the spiritual values may also be imbibed, which is more required to achieve the satsang. Can we sustain in the changing times? Yes, if we follow this noble eightfold path. Every individual is bound to keep his own sanctity while protecting the norms and values for the satsang. So, the noble eightfold path, if we consider right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right concentration, right mindfulness. If we practice, we can attain spiritual, moral, social, and cultural balance of emotions. So, benefits of spirituality, if you consider, we can see reduction in depression and we can see increased social interactions and we can de-stress our anxiety, overall improvement in mental well-being and increases the longevity, greater sense of purpose and direction in life, improved mental and physical health, increased happiness and peace of mind, more fulfilling relationships. We all know that change is evident always. But if we see the importance of value education, what type of change we can see? We can be more responsible, we can be more sincere, and we can be more cooperative, and we have respect for each other, and we develop scientific temperament, and we'll be empathetic, and we'll be sensitive towards the good things, and we will be tolerant towards anything. Altogether, we can be godly nature and we can see oneness in everything. We all know that change is evident and we should always progress in the right direction in moral and spiritual values by implementing. So, I want to say one saying of Buddha: we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Nowadays, we can see most of the time in hurried, busy life, losing our own self. So, how to be yourself spiritually in this tech world? Of late, the electronic gadgets have become part of everyday life, and for almost all the process, this attachment to the gadgets is increasing as time progresses, as life is becoming more and more dependent on technological services, particularly in the era of artificial intelligence and IoT, quantum computation, and communication speeds. In addition to the tech growth, the people around the globe are migrating domestically and internationally, resulting in mix of culture and social changes. Despite all these juggernauts, remember the saying of Buddha that no one is too busy. It's all about priorities. As we are making the technology, culture, and social awareness essential to sustain in this tech and fast world, but also make a priority to have your own time for meditation, mindfulness, family, nature, and arts, and the social togetherness, which is the essence of Satsang. When our environs are right, good, divine, clean, and clear, it refers Buddha saying that Sangham Saranam Gacchami. So be yourself, but also be a part of the good society. Balance in our life in multi-dimensional world to sustain the good society. Wellness encompasses 8 mutually interdependent dimensions: physical, intellectual, emotional, social, spiritual, occasional, financial, and environmental. Attention must be given to all the dimensions, as neglect of any one over time will adversely affect the others and ultimately one's health, well being, and the quality of life. They do not, however, have to be equally balanced. We should aim instead to strive for a personal harmony that feels most authentic to us. We naturally have our own priorities, approaches, and aspirations, including our own views of what time it means to live life fully. For mind, meditation, learn something new, get enough sleep, find your passion, take time off, have a growth mindset. These all things are very, very important. For body, eat good, sattvic vegetarian food, practice of yoga, and exercises. And for soul, practice gratitude, spend time in nature, connect with something greater than yourself, develop good hobbies like music and dance, be compassionate to yourself and others, and find oneness in every creation of the universe. Dr. Abdul Kalam sir, the former president of India and a famous scientist, told, "A good human being develops a good society, good country, and good world. Vasudhaika Kutumbam." If the society is good in all aspects, everyone can surely take refuge in the Sangha. Then, as Buddha told, Sangham Saranam Gacchami is a better option. No, best option, religiously and addendum, and the satsang is sustained in common society. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you so much.